When you first start playing guitar, you learn chords. And that's really disappointing to some people. It could be worse. You could have a teacher that believes you need to learn every scale ever known to man in every key before they let you play a song. These teachers almost never have a kid stick with them, or an adult stick with them more than a couple of months, because it's incredibly frustrating, aggravating, having to play non-songs constantly. So, next step is chords, because chords are a group of notes, and they give them letter names, and they work really, really well for playing. This is a Taylor, by the way, a Taylor 914 CE. If you were here, you would see scars all over it because it has been through the wars. Scars, nicks, and dings and such do not hurt your guitar. Do not go, oh no, I've killed the resale value. Guitars are not an investment where you're going to earn money, right? You can make money with them sometimes. Music business is not a good business, but there you are. What chords do you really need to know? Well, let's do this alphabetically, I guess, right? A, there are 3 strings you hold down. Get a chord chart. This is not I'm not going to do chord charts for you or the like, right? It's all over the internet. I didn't have the internet back in my day. We had to fight the dinosaurs to find a Mel Bay book. So you go online and you can share. If you've got a really good chord chart you like, you can share it down in the comments, right? But A, right? You got to have an A. The next one's the B. You don't have to have a B, but if you do. Now, I'm not going to do bar chords here, where you do all this kind of stuff. The reason is I learned on a gigantic 12-string and nobody was there around me, and trying to bar that thing, I would have to have hands like Godzilla. I decided, nah, instead I'm going to find the sound I want and go for it. You will absolutely have to have a C. Now, I'm doing something a little different here. When you see a C, it'll look like this. Watch carefully what happens over here. I cover that. Why? Because if I'm strumming, that way I can hit these strings. If you don't, if you just do the normal, you're not allowed to hit the E string because it doesn't sound right. See that? Don't do it. If you do this, however, you can even learn if you use a pick. I don't use a pick. That's a lesson for another day. Don't do that now. You hurt yourself and scare the cats. But gotta have a C, gotta have a D. D's are a lot of fun. We'll get to D's later. E is easy. You can hit every string you want and have a good old time with an E. F drives new players crazy. Because once again, it's always taught us this big bar chord. If you are young, strong, handsome, fit, and your teeth look good, do bar chords. If you want to play screaming lead like Stevie Ray Vaughan, or work a flat pick like Doc Watson, you are really on the wrong page right now. You need to go learn the CAGED, the caged system. Look it up. There are only about 18 million websites to help you now, right? I didn't have those, and people who come here are wanting to play like I do. That said, barring, you still have to bar those 2 down there. Some people almost give up right there. Don't give up. It is amazing. One day it happens. Always put your finger as close as you can to the fret. That way it works less hard. And you're going to find you can do stuff. And that stops after a while. Just don't give up. Get your fingers tough. Don't give up. If you have to cheat for a while, cheat. Cheating's great. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. You don't have to bar it. Still sounds like an F. And it is, because I put my little finger here. Actually, my index finger, ring finger, that's a ring finger. Okay. To make sure I don't sound the last string. That's an F. If I want to, I could even do like I did in a C. And I can just mute that last string, because if I play that open, that's a beautiful chord. That's an F major 7th. And if you need an F major 7th, won't do, but it is so pretty. Just sit around and play an F major 7th for a couple of years, and people will pay you. It just sounds that pretty. And then G. Now, chord chart people sometimes do this. The claw. Don't do that. There are times you'll need to, because of where your hand is. You're going to have to know, oh, I can do it even with a little finger or my ring finger. I can do that. I want you to do this with this index finger completely free, because here's where you get to play guitar. And remember, this is about playing. Don't work it. This is playing. Don't work guitar. Why would I do this? A couple reasons. I can move into other chords very, very quickly, like G, C. You often hear that like on old train songs, and you know. I don't have to do like that. And, you know, do not commit exercise if you don't need to, right? There's another reason. Whatever chord you learn first, I want you to look at it and then play. Like, find what the finger not involved can do, and then find what the other fingers can do. And you can do all kinds of fun if you let yourself play. Here's D. I told you D was fun. One of the easiest chords ever. What magic are we doing? Just lifting off a finger and putting it back down. Or leave it there and let your pinky do some work, right? And those of you that are mathematically inclined and have psychic abilities are already figuring out that you can go. But that would involve using your fingers on this hand. And that's the next time. We'll talk more about chords too.